So when will the next Nintendo Direct happen for the remaining time this year? I've heard people say it could happen in July, which I personally feel is a little too soon. Although the fact that we still have something coming for this year, because we don't know what exactly 100% what Nintendo's second half of the year is going to be like, because they said that they still got some plans, some games still to announce. Usually they announce most of their stuff at E3. Like last year, we knew everything up to Xenoblade 2 at E3 with props, maybe one or two things. But I'm thinking that they're going to do a direct mini, either late July or early August, like similar to the one they did in January, where it's just nothing but third parties and ports of old Wii U games. As for what they could possibly announce, it's not going to be anything too groundbreaking. Like I said, some AAA ports, possibly something from Bethesda or Square Enix. What that would be, I have no idea. Maybe one of their newer games that they announced. I don't know what it would be, but maybe Prey or Rage 2. Because I believe they announced the port. When did they announce the port for Wolfenstein 2? Was it before the release date or the actual release of the console release? I don't know, but either way, it could still be one of those things. Square could easily port a Final Fantasy game onto the system. I'd personally like to see either 15 or 7. And then here's a crazy prediction. They also announced another Final Fantasy character for Smash. I doubt that will ever happen, but if I had to pick, it'd either be Noctis or Sephiroth, which would be probably be the most likeliest. But two third parties from a character that insane, that hasn't even had a game on the system. Like I'm saying, the only way that could happen is if they ported a Final Fantasy game onto the system. But that will follow up with that with maybe another character. Obviously, there's probably going to be another Smash announcement. Who that would be? I've heard the Castlevania guy. I can't remember his name. I said it in the previous video that I tried to do. I can't remember, but the one that uses a whip, Belmon. That's it. Belmon. I think that was his name. But he uses a whip, so that might be interesting. I don't think there's any other character that uses a whip besides maybe Link and Stereosuit's one of their recoveries. They kind of have a whip, but not really. But that would be interesting. What other what ports would I want to see? I'd love it if they did a port of all the old Zelda games. I'm talking Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword. Either one of them or all of them would be amazing on Switch. If they did like a 4-way port of that on Switch for this holiday, it would pretty much be over. That's a pretty big port right there, because it's like all the Zeldas on one system. But they could also do a 2D Zelda that they still haven't announced, because I know last thing the 2D Zelda team worked on was Triforce Heroes. I believe that was released back in late 2016. So it's 2 years could be a thing. They might need another year. I'm still thinking we're going to see a Zelda game next year, if it's not this year, at the end of this year. What other ports they could possibly do? Maybe enhanced port of Super Mario Maker. That would be really interesting. Other than that, maybe they do a Pikmin collection, or the Metroid collection, Metroid Prime for Metroid Prime 4. We could see some release dates for games that we haven't seen yet, like Undertale or Travis Strikes Back. I believe they were going to be announced this year. We haven't seen anything from them besides when they were announced. Although Travis Strikes Back, I think we've seen gameplay of. But yeah, in terms of release date, I don't think we've had anything. But yeah, that's everything I can think of. Maybe we'd see some more Pokemon. I believe there's going to be a new Pokemon for the new game. We still haven't seen that. We probably won't see that until the game actually comes out. Don't think we'll see anything until probably the direct that will happen in either November or January, and that'll probably be that will be the big direct where they announce most of the games for 2019. Probably still won't see Pokemon until I want to say at least March or February. I feel like that's when they'll announce the new generation, because they usually do generations around there. I remember Sun and Moon, they announced that around February and March. Although they have announced Pokemon games a bit later, like in May, but they tend to be at least not real new games like Sun and Moon was. Like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, that was June, and then Pokemon Let's Go, I believe that was late May. So they're not, I don't really consider them core. They're more like not sequels even, more like enhanced or kind of like spin-off kind of titles. But either way, tell me what you think we're going to see in this Nintendo Direct. If you think I'm a bit off, you can always tell me.